Good morning, sir.
अच्छा अपन लास्ट क्लास में क्या पढ़े थे? Since we started with antiviral, if I'm not wrong. Foundation of antiviral. I told you the life cycle of virus, how it enters into the cell and how it proliferates and how it propagates. So can anyone tell me how the progress of the virus will occur in a human cell? What will happen? Let us suppose this is an epithelial cell, okay, which is getting targeted by a virus, and let us suppose this is the virus. Uh, okay, let us suppose this is the virus. Now what happens? What is the first step? What are the subsequent steps?
So first,
First,
it will bind to the surface,
All right. So यहाँ पर हमें पहले आते हैं बाइंड हो रहे. Okay. Next.
and then it enters
sir, it
inside
enters.
the cell membrane.
Okay. Then will be entry. Where this fellow is gaining access. It is passing through your cell membrane and it is getting entry inside. All right. Once it has entered into the cell, what will happen?
Uncoating takes place, and the virus open up, and it releases mRNA.
तो यहाँ से ऐसा mRNA बाहर निकल रहा है. This is the step. So this is entry, and this is the step of uncoating. All right. What happens after uncoating? This is generally RNA. So let us suppose this is mRNA. Okay. Yeah, RNA. Not just mRNA, RNA. What happens after it's encoded?
Replication.
Replication. Okay. So it will integrate into. So there is another step called integration, but I didn't mention it to you. Essentially, what will happen is this RNA will integrate into your, as in the human DNA, and whenever this DNA is replicating for protein synthesis or for whatever process is replication occurring, तीनों भी साथ में replicate होते. So let us suppose we'll make the viral RNA red in color so that आके incorporate हो जाता है इसमें. Okay, and wherever your human DNA replicates, so will the viral RNA. Okay? Now this will be the step of replication. What happens after replication? What will be the result of replication?
Virus.
Normally, whenever human DNA undergoes replication and human DNA is causing protein synthesis, what will happen?
New proteins are produced.
Proteins are produced which will carry out certain tasks and certain functions that the nucleus is planning for the cell. It might be release of certain hormones or it might be attachment of something, whatever it is. Certain function of that particular cell will take place with the help of these proteins. The same thing will happen to the virus. This virus will start making its own proteins and its own cellular structures. You will start seeing small capsules, viral capsules, empty capsules, and you'll see components of virus being produced from this RNA which is being replicated. Okay, that viral RNA is taking the help of human cell to replicate itself, and whenever it gets replicated, it is read, and whenever ribosome is reading the mRNA essentially, protein synthesis is occurring and it is producing certain proteins, which includes viral proteins, viral enzymes. You will see viral capsules being formed, viral components are essentially being formed. Okay, so we have several strands of viral RNA here which have been replicated and formed, and we have a few capsules, we have a few enzymes. What is the next step?
Assembling.
Assembly. Okay, so this fellow will go inside. Okay, the enzymes, cell components, DNA, nuclear material, all of them will assemble together into the empty capsules, and you'll start seeing small daughter viruses. What are they called?
Virions.
Hmm. So
Virion.
you will start seeing small virions. Okay. तो ऐसे छोटे छोटे विरियंस आ गए. This is the step of assembly. Okay, what happens after assembly?
So they will bud out. Come.
It will bud out and it will get released. So there will be budding and release from here. ऐसा यहाँ पर we will see small virions leaving this cell. And in the process, generally what happens is viral load is so high that it will tend to damage the original cell where it had occupied. Okay, the epithelial cell जिसको इन्हें occupy करके जिसमें divide कर रहे थे, that will get damaged in the process of budding and release. More often than not. ठीक है, sometimes it will not, sometimes it will. Depends on the viral load. कितने ज़्यादा virions replicate हुए and how many are getting budded out. Okay, all right. So this is the basic life cycle of a virus inside your body, how it replicates essentially. Now, coming to the first drug that we had discussed, which is acyclovir. What is the mechanism of action of acyclovir? What will acyclovir do?
It is converted into active form, that is acyclovir triphosphate.
Does that happen inside a particular cell, or does it happen as is in the blood?
It happens in a cell.
Sorry.
Okay, is there any special thing about that cell where it is getting converted to acyclovir triphosphate?
Virus infected cell.
Yes, these are virus infected cells. So acyclovir, first of all, gets converted into acyclovir. I'm just writing AC, okay? Acyclovir triphosphate. All right. This is the cell which is infected by their virus. Acyclovir triphosphate does what?
It inhibits or decreases viral DNA synthesis.
How does that do? How does it do that?
Inhibit DNA enzyme polymerase
Hmm. And
and inhibits DNA
lengthening.
lengthening.
As DNA polymerase. See, DNA polymerase is an enzyme that will polymerize DNA. It will increase the number of DNA molecules. अगर DNA molecules replicate नहीं हो सकते तो what will happen? DNA will not be able to lengthen anymore. Essentially, DNA lengthening is being inhibited here. So this leads to decrease in viral DNA synthesis, and ultimately it will give you an antiviral effect. Okay, so this is the mechanism, basic mechanism of action of acyclovir triphosphate. So acyclovir gets enters into your body. It will specifically target cells which have been infected by viruses. Okay, it will not exactly work on cells which are not affected. It will, but utna zyada rahega. Mainly enters cells which has viruses. At least that is the target cell. It gets converted in the cell into its active form, which is acyclovir triphosphate. That in turn inhibits viral DNA polymerase competitively, and what happens is DNA lengthening will be inhibited. As such, DNA cannot be synthesized. Viral DNA synthesis decreases, giving you a proper antiviral effect. All right. What can you tell me about the PK of the drug? Acyclovir.
It is very poorly absorbed.
Oral absorption is very poor. How much? How
20%.
much of the drug? 20% of the drug that you give gets absorbed. 80% is waste. Okay. Anything else?
Well distributed in CSF.
And an aqueous humor. What is aqueous humor? Aqueous humor and vitreous humor के बारे में आप लोग लास्ट ईयर पढ़े थे. Think where did you hear these words? अच्छा, did you all have anatomy of eye?
Yes, sir.
आँख में अगर आप ऐसा फिंगर पोक करे तो क्या निकलता? फिंगर नहीं, नीडल पोक करे तो अंदर क्या रहता? There are two chambers in your
What are
eye, right? What is aqueous humor? Hints देने के बाद तो
The fluid what
fluid. You can type it also. You can use your microphone. The question is, what is aqueous humor? Okay, find out and tell me a descriptive answer tomorrow. What is aqueous humor? What are its functions and what is it composed of? Okay. Uh, Now, anything else? How does excretion of this thing occur? Cyclovir?
The same amount is being excreted. How much it is given, that same amount
Excuse
is
me. Can you repeat that?
the same which is been given, the whole is been excreted.
Through? How does it get excreted? What is the mode of excretion? Acha, what Lovely just told is it gets excreted whole as is. It means that the drug gets excreted unchanged. Any drug that is mentioned in the form where the excretion is unchanged, it means that it is not undergoing metabolism. Okay, or even if it does undergo metabolism, it is not changing its form altogether. Okay, more often than not, these drugs are skipping metabolism. They are not changing when they are acted upon by metabolic enzymes. All right, this gets excreted unchanged through urine. Okay, what does the T have?
2 to 3 hours.
Okay. Any specific areas to acyclovir?
Topical areas.
What are
There
they?
will be burning applications will be there.
There'll
Skin.
be a stinging and burning sensation if you topically apply the drug. जो cream ज़्यादा वो apply करें. Okay. Anything else?
Neurotoxicity.
When will you have or when will you see neurotoxicity?
Given IV.
If you give IV form of the drug, you will see neurotoxicity and you will also see renal toxicity. Okay. Neuro is fairly uncommon, neuro toxicity and sweating, but renal toxicity does occur. Do you need to adjust the dose?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Adjust dose in renal impairment. Based on the patient's GFR and creatinine clearance, you will have to either decrease the dose or stop the dose. Okay. Renal impairment. Okay. Where can it be used?
Brain infection.
Excuse me.
Brain infection, renal infection.
ओके जनरली एसाइक्लोविर किस में काम करता है? कौन से वायरस के अगेंस्ट काम करता
HSV virus.
है? व्हाट इज एचएसवी? In the last class, I told you there are several types of this virus, 8 different types that is affecting humans. What is HSV? Herpes simplex virus को बोलते हैं HSV. Acyclovir specifically works on herpes simplex, so type 1, type 2 पे ही काम करता है. It will not CMV, cytomegalovirus will not respond to acyclovir, even though it belongs to the same herpes family. CMV does not respond. So mainly आप HSV infections के लिए देते हैं, which is HSV1 and HSV2. Acyclovir. ठीक है. One का infection would be mouth, face, skin, esophagus and brain. HSV2 would be genitals, rectum, hand infection, skin infection, meninges. ये पूरे 2 में आते हैं HSV2 के. You can also give it for chicken pox sometimes. Okay. Higher doses of acyclovir can be a little dangerous. That is why they are not recommended in children. Okay. It can cause disorientation, tremors, and hallucinations. That is why acyclovir is not preferred in children. All right. So coming to the other drugs, so this was what we discussed in the last class up to here. When we talk about anti-influenza drugs now, anti-influenza, these are also a part of this thing. Upon anti-herpes product, in classification, that was one subclass which is anti-herpes. Another subclass, I've discussed only one drug. So in anti-herpes, you'll have acyclovir, valacyclovir, ganciclovir, famciclovir, foscarnet, trifluridine. ये पूरे रहते हैं उसमें से एक भी डिस्क्राइब करे तो इन डिटेल बस है. Okay. Then we have anti-influenza agents. Now, anti-influenza agents may you have four main drugs: amantadine, rimantadine, zanamivir, and oseltamivir. So we'll discuss first amantadine and rimantadine. Okay. Now, these drugs essentially inhibit replication of influenza A virus. These drugs are not as effective on influenza B. Okay, keep that in mind. Not effective on influenza. Influenza has two types. Okay, it will be caused by two types: influenza A virus and influenza B virus. These drugs will not work on influenza B. At least amantadine and rimantadine will not work. You see other drugs that will work. Influenza B पे amantadine, rimantadine नहीं काम करते. Only influenza A. Okay. The mechanism of action is that it will prevent two stages of the virus, viral replication. It will inhibit, both of them will inhibit early step, which is uncoating of the virus, and it will inhibit a late step, which is assembly. So this drug, once it enters, it is inhibiting two different stages of viral replication. It is inhibiting uncoating and it is inhibiting assembly. Okay, that is the mechanism of action of amantadine and rimantadine. They inhibit total replication of the virus. Now, PK of the drug is that this will get absorbed well orally. Oral absorption is good. Excreted unchanged. It takes a long time to get excreted. Excreted unchanged in urine in about 2 to 3 days, over 2 to 3 days. So after you give the drug, you will see the drug being excreted in the patient's urine for over 2 to 3 days. In the third day also, you'll see a little bit of amantadine and rimantadine being excreted. The T-half is also pretty long. T-half is around 16 hours. That's what drug works for a long time. Okay. It is generally a well-tolerated drug. Both of these are well-tolerated drugs. ADRs include nausea, vomiting. It can cause nightmares. Specific adverse effect. It can cause nightmares. It can cause dizziness. It can lead to insomnia. The patient might not be able to sleep properly. And another very specific adverse effect is ankle edema. Okay. Ankle edema specifically occurs because of local vasoconstriction. Okay. That will lead to ankle edema. It can also cause anorexia in certain patients. That they stop eating. Okay. Now, mainly ये amantadine, rimantadine को seasonal और epidemic influenza में use करते हैं. So seasonal influenza जो बारिश के टाइम पे या उससे पहले आता है वो टाइम पे देते हैं. Influenza A2 specifically. Influenza B does not affect. Now, amantadine is a special drug out of these two. Amantadine is also given for a particular condition, neurological condition called Parkinsonism or Parkinson's disease. Ever heard of this? This is a neurodegenerative disorder in which the patient's dopaminergic neurons will get damaged. Okay. Now, there are several theories to how Parkinsonism occurs or Parkinson's disease occurs. There's nothing definite as such, but what we do know is that the functioning of dopamine definitely gets inhibited. Dopamine will not either be secreted properly or dopaminergic neurons are getting damaged. Something or the other with respect to dopamine is occurring wherein it is not able to perform its normal function. Hence, the patient will have a lack of dopamine, severe lack of dopamine, leading to Parkinsonism. Amantadine is a special type of antiviral drug that is given in Parkinson's disease as well, because amantadine has the ability to increase dopamine release in your brain. Okay, specifically amantadine. Amantadine increases dopamine secretion or dopamine release. Okay, in the brain, and it will be able to manage Parkinson's symptoms. Now, one very, very important point about both of these drugs is that they are contraindicated in epilepsy. You cannot give it to epileptic patients. You cannot give it to any other CNS disease if the patient has other CNS diseases. Okay. You cannot give it in patients who have gastric ulcers, पेप्टिक अल्सर और गैस्ट्रिक अल्सर है उनको तो उसमें नहीं दे सकते. आप उसको प्रेगनेंसी में भी नहीं दे सकते. Very, very important. It is contraindicated in epilepsy, CNS diseases, gastric, other CNS diseases other than Parkinsonism, gastric ulcer, and pregnancy. All right. Then we have another drug that will come. This will fall under other agents. This drug is called Ribavirin. Ribavirin जो है, it has a very broad spectrum antiviral ability. This is kind of a broad spectrum antiviral drug as such. Okay. The mechanism of action of the drug is that it will inhibit GTP and viral RNA synthesis both. So energy generation does not occur and viral replication also does not occur. Okay. यहाँ पर it is inhibiting GTP of the virus, and it is also inhibiting viral RNA synthesis. That is the mechanism of action of ribavirin. This is severely teratogenic. Do not give it in pregnant women. Okay. Very, very, very important. Do not give it in pregnant women. This is teratogenic. इसके uses में generally you have, you can give it for, because it is broad spectrum of influenza A में use कर सकते and B में use कर सकते, A and B. You can use it in RSV, respiratory syncytial virus बोलते हैं उसको. You can use it in other DNA and RNA based viruses, DNA and dsRNA especially, double stranded RNA viruses जो रहते हैं उसमें use कर सकते. Pretty broad spectrum as such. Now, especially in case of RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, the respiratory syncytial virus है, bronchiolitis होता है बच्चों में. Bronchioles will get inflamed and they will have a severe cough and all of that. In that, ribavirin is given as an aerosol. Okay, in RSV, bronchiolitis. Okay, but one important thing is that do not combine ribavirin with other aerosols. So आप जो क्या बोलते हैं pump use कर रहे हैं, aerosol pump patient को administer करने के लिए, that pump should not contain any other drug besides ribavirin. Okay? Whenever you are giving ribavirin, give it as is in aerosol form. Do not combine it with other drug in that same, अगर आप nebulize भी कर रहे हो और किसी के साथ combine मत करो. Now, essentially, it's generally not given in infants and children. ठीक है. Infants and children में आप कब दे सकते हैं? अगर RSV है तो दे सकते हैं, but don't give in infants. In infants and children whose CRCL is less than 50. What is CRCL? What is CRCL? I'm sure you must have come across this in the case sheet or something. What does CRCL mean? So find out and tell me what is CRCL. इससे पहले अपन डिस्कस करे थे what is CRCL. It is very closely associated with GFR. Okay. So you can give it in infants and children. Generally, nebulized aerosol form देते. But if the patient has CRCL which is less than 50 per ml, stop. Do not give this drug. Okay. Generally give about 200 mg 4 times a day. अगर children को दे रहे बोले तो 10 mg per kg per day. So based on the child's weight, you give 10 mg per kg. So if your child is about 20 kg, so you give 200 mg. But there will be a general limit. You generally do not exceed 400-500 mg in a child. Okay. The PK parameters of this drug, bioavailability is about 30%, sorry 50%. Decent bioavailability, nothing very great, but it is okay. 50% bioavailable. One important thing about this drug is that it will accumulate in the body and it will persist in the body for a very long time. Okay? It accumulates and persists for months, weeks to months after stopping the drug. So even if you stop giving the drug as such, this drug will stay in the body for a long period of time. Okay, Ribavirin, you have to be careful with that. It can be toxicity sometimes. So that is about Ribavirin. Now coming to, so that completes our antiviral part. So antiviral agents may we discussed anti-herpes, which is acyclovir, anti-influenza agents, which is your amantadine, remantadine, and other drugs may you have Ribavirin. You also have lamivudine and interferons. Generally interferons जो है interferons alpha beta gamma इसको Ribavirin के साथ मिला के देते हैं, especially hepatitis C में. Okay? So give interferons with hepatitis. Interferons will generally what happens is cytokines which are produced by the host in response to viral infections, they will be interferons. तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं? They will inhibit multiplication of viruses. You are externally giving more interferons so that your interferons which are produced in your body will have some external help. Okay, there are already interferons being produced in your body in response to DNA. It is a part of inflammation. Okay, now what you do is with interferon, the drug, you are essentially assisting the body's immune system by giving interferons from outside, external interferons there. Interferon and ribavirin मिलाकर you treat a few conditions like hepatitis B, E, and C. You can also give it in Kaposi sarcoma. You can give it in herpes zoster, CMV, HSV. Especially immunocompromised patients है तो उनके अंदर दे सकते हैं. अगर राइनोवायरस भी है तो, अगर फ्लू है तो राइनोवायरस से जो फ्लू होता है सीजनल फ्लू उसमें भी ले सकते हैं. प्लीज नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. इन्फ्लुएंजा फ्लू, इन्फ्लुएंजा से फ्लू नहीं होता, ठीक है. इन्फ्लुएंजा इज अ डिफरेंट डिजीज, फ्लू इज अ डिफरेंट डिजीज. जो कॉमन कोल्ड बोलते हैं ना, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ राइनोवायरस. देन वी हैव antiretroviral drugs. Now, antiretroviral drugs essentially will work on retroviruses. इन लोगों को retrovirus इसलिए बोलते हैं because they have a very very special enzyme called reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase क्या करता? This enzyme is able to convert viral RNA into DNA. ठीक है? So it will convert ssRNA, single-stranded viral RNA, into double-stranded DNA. This is the function of reverse transcriptase. Why is this important? Whenever reverse transcriptase is present, the virus which is entering into the human cell, it can mimic and it can replicate in the human cell much more easily compared to other viruses, and it can mutate very easily as well. One second, I'll send you another link. Join that. I haven't taken the attendance, so please make sure all of you join again. I'm sending the next meetings link in your group.